Today we're going to talk about your faith resting on the power of God and not on the wisdom of man. This is something Paul was adamant about in his preaching. He said, "I not come to you with persuasive words." We're going to read this in a moment. But with a demonstration of the power of God and the Spirit. It was imperative that people's faith rested on the power of God manifesting, not just on articulated arguments concerning God. That was a big problem even in Paul's early life, because he was completely trained in the best schools. He knew everything about God that you could know. He understood tribes, he understood Proverbs, all these principles, which are all good things. He even knew the law. Law was good. But he found himself in a place when God found him, or Jesus showed up, where he was actually doing the very worst thing you'd want to be doing in the kingdom at that time, which was killing people, specifically the people of God. He was persecuting the church when Jesus found him. So how does that happen to somebody? But I feel like there's a connection between Paul before he finds Christ and Paul after he finds Christ, and him zeroing in on this specific thing where he's determined for nobody to know anything except for Christ and him crucified and the power of the risen Christ. And for some reason, that's a doorway and an access point and a plumb line we need to have in our own life. Are we pursuing knowledge, or are we pursuing Holy Spirit? We're pursuing God. So let's go there real quickly. 1 Corinthians 2. "And I, brethren, when I came to you, did not come with excellence of speech or of wisdom, declaring to you the testimony of God. For I determined not to know anything among you except Jesus Christ and him crucified. I was with you in weakness, in fear, and in much trembling. And my speech and my preaching were not with persuasive words of human wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power, that your faith should not be in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God." So I encourage you today, if you're in a place where a lot of your faith is simply resting on arguments, maybe theology, maybe you're in the realm of, I just love to think of new concepts about God, but you're not seeing demonstration of God, manifestation of God, I challenge you to think to test yourself, to see whether you're being the faith or not. Because Jesus came not with words of wisdom only. He had a lot of parables, a lot of truths he spoke, which were powerful. But everywhere he was releasing the kingdom through power and manifestations of the Spirit. These were things that God was using to testify of the words Jesus was speaking. And again, Jesus said, if you don't believe my words, believe the signs. God is with me. My Father is working and I am working. It's not just truth. It's truth and power. God bless.